Good morning, my friends. Welcome back. It's Belinda here, and it's time for the latest Margarete Miller Collage assignment. So, week 45, we are ramping it up through the year. So, the prompts today are something that's dark, a song title, something sweet, text in any colour except black, a gate or fence, and bonus is tissue paper, the wrapping kind. So I'm assuming that this is the wrapping kind of tissue. You know, something they wrap around some jewellery or something breakable or something when you purchase in a shop. So I assume that's what it means. I'm not entirely sure, but that's how I'm going to interpret it. So first off, I've got this beautiful bunny tissue. I'm using more of it, but I don't want to use this whole piece because I'm going to be sticking this image over top, and I want to preserve that section. So I'm going to try and cut the section out and keep it for something else. You know, why waste the beautiful tissue? So hopefully that's going to work okay. I just made a couple of snips roughly where I think I need to remove the section. How are you all today? Have you had a great week? I hope you've had a great week. I am so happy that I have my computer back. Woohoo! So far so good, but it's early days yet, isn't it? You know, I got it back last night, so went through a few setup things, reinstalling the printer driver, reinstalling Photoshop, blah blah blah, you know, all the boring stuff, so that I can actually use it. Right, I'm just going to glue this on with glue stick. Normally I use my tacky glue for these collages, but for this I'm going to use my glue stick and just kind of guessing where I want to put the glue stick. It's going to have other stuff on top, so if I miss patches, I think it will be fine. It will be held in place with other things. Okay, so let's just pop that on there. So yes, so far so good. It's going well, but I haven't really had a proper use of it yet because I've got videos to do and it's food bank day, so you know I'll be out this afternoon, and I was hoping to get stuff done on Thursday morning, and lo and behold I realized that I have a meeting on Thursday morning. So hold your breath, or rather don't hold your breath on things like Patreon printables for the newsletter for this month. I'm a bit time pressured, or shall I say a lot. So this is the bonus prompt. Something that's dark is this image of the grapes. It does also hit the text in any color except black. So I left this on, but it's not what I'm using to meet the prompt. I thought I'll just leave it on because it does meet the prompt. So does that make sense? I hope it does. And I thought it was quite nice, you know, a poem of Pinot. So I'm using black grapes for my something that's dark. So here we go, in with the tacky glue. Just quicker, easier, less mess in terms of going through a bazillion glue pages. I go through enough of them as it is, so if I can save a few here and there and not get in such a sticky mess, then I will. Okay, so that's going up there. So far so good. Okay, next is a song title, and I've got this really old bit of music. It's actually out of a Scottish book. The song title is "Oh Whistle and I'll Come to You, My Lad." I don't know what how the song goes because it's just the music with the title, but I thought it was rather cute, and it plays into my story very, very nicely today, because I was like, I had all my bits and pieces ready to go except the song title, and then I went looking, and like 3 pages into the book, and I was like, there we go, that fits beautifully with my story that I had already formed. Right, so that's going right down the bottom. So as you can tell, I had kind of worked out where I wanted things ahead of time. Ooh, but I just realized that was supposed to go under there. Does it matter? Yes, it does. Okay, hang on, hold the fort. Just lift it up there. We've got this. I've gone something sweet. I've gone with an animal as opposed to like something edible, because I think this puppy is very sweet. So that's my interpretation of the prompt, something sweet. When I first saw it, I did have in mind, you know, a cake, ice cream, whatever. But then I saw this image and I was like, that is my something sweet. It's a cute little puppy. And it reminds me of a friend's dog. Friend's dog is named Eddie. So this sweet pup's name is also going to be Eddie. And the friend's dog is a beagle, and I believe this is a beagle. So I think that's quite fun, isn't it? So just stick that back down again. I'm wondering if I needed, I think I did. I also needed to pop something under there, that end. But I think I'll be okay if I just pop it up there rather than, because I think this will be stuck now. Oopses, they happen everywhere, don't they? Those little oopses, it's like, oh, whoops, did things in the wrong order. Oh well, we'll just adjust as we go along. Okay, so we'll just pop that right above the music or the title, because I can't cover over the title because it meets the prompt, in my thinking anyway. So this is, of the donkeys, is to meet the prompt, a gate or fence. This is actually a gate that the donkeys have got their heads hanging over. So we have everything except the text in any color except black, because I'm not using that as that. I found this really cool word, and it's kind of in a sparkly purple. Now I haven't left anywhere to put my prompts. Sparkly purple text, and I thought that was quite cool. I might just have to like glue it on or hinge it on or something, because I forgot. I'm not functioning properly today, but that's okay. You know, you get days like that. So I'm going to lose some of that tissue, but so be it. So I'm just going to glue that on at the top. No fun little hidey hole for the prompt list today. Just sticking it right on top. Here we go. Right, so let's glue our text on. That's in a fun purple, so definitely not black. Oops. Helps if you keep the nozzle of the glue on your paper if you want to put glue on it. Right, and let's pop that so I can still read the title down the bottom. There we go. So we have all the prompts in place. So now let's get into the wee story about Eddie the beagle. So Eddie has had a massive, massive day. He's been out and about with his young owner. What shall we call the owner? Timmy. Let's just call him Timmy, because that seems to be like a nice young boy fun name. So Eddie and Timmy have had a massive day out and about, exploring, running, having fun. So while they were out, they went for a wander through a vineyard. So they were wandering along, and Timmy, you know, being a young boy, he would pick the odd grape here and there and pop it into his mouth. And Eddie even got a couple too. So a bit naughty, but you know, young lads with young dogs, they'll help themselves to a little bit of fruit. So they went for a wander through the vineyard. And then down the lane a little bit, they came across a couple of donkeys in the paddock. And so they stopped and talked to the donkeys. And Eddie was very fascinated by the donkeys. He would have liked to have chased them, but Timmy was good and he made sure that Eddie didn't chase the donkeys. And so they had a nice little chat and visit with the donkeys over the gate. And then a bit further down the lane, what did Eddie spy? He spied baby bunnies, didn't he? Baby bunnies sitting on the verge, just minding their business in the sunshine. And Eddie saw them. Well, it was too much for Eddie. Timmy could not stop him. Eddie ran after those bunnies. Fortunately, the bunnies were quicker and smarter, and Eddie didn't catch a bunny, but he had fun chasing them all down the road, across a paddock, round a little lake, and then when he was just like, this is Eddie, he was just like, I'm not going to catch these bunnies, he heard a whistle. And he knew it was Timmy calling him back. And he sort of stopped for a moment, and it was like, oh, my owner whistled. I'm supposed to go to the whistle, but he looked longingly after the rabbits, but they were already half a paddock away. And it was like, oh, I'm not going to catch them. And then he heard Timmy whistle again. And in his heart, he knew that he had to go back to his master, to his young owner, because, oh, whistle, and I'll come to you, my lad. So Timmy kept whistling, and Eddie turned around and trotted back down the road, across the paddock, round the lake, in reverse, back to his young owner, Timmy. And then they wandered off back home again, back through the vineyard, grabbed a few more grapes along the way, popped them in, chewed them with the juices exploding in their mouths. And so back at home, Eddie is really tired. So he's having a wee nap and he's dreaming. He's very dreamy. He's dreaming of animals and tasty treats and bunnies that got away. So there we go, my friends. That is today's cute little story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could see Eddie running across the paddock chasing the rabbits, and the boy and the dog eating the grapes and having that burst of flavour in their mouths. That's it for this week. Thanks for joining me. I will catch you again in the next video. Take care, my friends. Bye for now.